Who are you? Are you your name, your job, your story? Are you your thoughts, your memories, your past, or are you something more? Across mystical traditions, ancient philosophies, and modern psychology, a single idea echoes again and again: the self you believe you are is not the true self. This illusory identity, this collection of roles, desires, fears, and labels is what many call the ego. In this video, we will explore the ego's origin, purpose, and limits. We'll examine how it shapes your reality, creates suffering, and how to transcend it, to return to something more eternal, more silent, more real. The word ego comes from Latin, meaning I. In psychology, it refers to the conscious self, the part of the mind that organizes experience, identity, and survival. But in spiritual philosophy, ego means something different. I am this role, I am separate. It is the false self, the mask that believes I am this body. In the ego's world, you are defined by your achievements, your failures, your possessions, your appearance, and your fears. It thrives on comparison, control, and approval. It sees other people as other, and life as something to conquer, fear, or fix. But here's the truth: the ego is not bad. It's a tool meant to help us function in the physical world. The problem begins when we believe we are the tool. Throughout history, mystics and sages have warned us about mistaking the ego for the self when we forget that behind the mask is something timeless. In Hinduism, the ego is called ahamkara, the I maker. It is the part of the mind that constructs identity and says, "This is me," and that is not. In Buddhism, the doctrine of anatta teaches no self. There is no fixed identity, only a stream of impermanent experiences. Suffering arises when we cling to the illusion of a separate self. In Sufism, the ego is the nafs, the lower self, that must be purified to reunite with the divine. "Die before you die," said the mystic poet Rumi, meaning, let the ego die so that the soul may awaken. Even in Christian mysticism, the idea of losing oneself to find oneself speaks to this ego dissolution. The message is the same: the ego is not who you are, it is only who you believe you are. Until you awaken, the ego is fueled by separation. It constantly compares, judges, and fears loss. It says, "I am not enough. I must prove myself. They are better than me. If I lose this, I will lose myself." This creates anxiety, fear of the future, regret, attachment to the past, jealousy, comparison to others, anger, resistance to what is. The ego wants control. But life cannot be controlled, and so the ego suffers. But suffering, in this view, is not a punishment. It is a teacher pointing to the illusion we are holding on to. The moment we stop identifying with the ego, suffering begins to dissolve. Because we realize nothing real can be threatened. Many spiritual paths speak of ego death, a moment when the illusion collapses. This can happen gradually through meditation, inner work, loss, love, or mystical experience. Or it can happen suddenly through trauma, crisis, or deep spiritual awakening. What does ego death feel like? A sense of weightlessness, dissolution of boundaries, the end of personal striving, the feeling that everything is connected. Peace beyond words is not the destruction of your personality. It is the transcendence of the illusion that you are only that personality. You still function, think, speak, create, but with no attachment. You begin to live from presence, not identity. From awareness, not reaction, you become a witness, a flow, a spark of the eternal. So, what is the ego? It is the mask we wear to navigate the world. Useful, necessary, but not who we are. And who are we? We are not the voice in the head. We are the space in which the voice speaks. We are not the wave, we are the ocean remembering itself. The ego says, "I am separate." The soul whispers, "I am one." And the moment we listen to that deeper voice, peace returns. Let this be the beginning of remembering, not who you were taught to be, but who you've always been.